David, how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
I heard that there is still one more spot open for that WOW World Championship Battle Royale. And David, who better to take that spot than somebody who's a true VIP?
Abilene, how can that be you? You're still on the injured list.
She's a former WOW World
You're
Champion.
not approved yet.
I have been in Vegas and I have been searching up and down, and I have looked all around for somebody who matches my style, my presence. She is, David, my co-VIP, and let me introduce you, without further ado, to Paola! Welcome to the ring, the Colombian goat, all the way from Miami, Florida. Paola! Oh my goodness, look at her.
The Colombian goat herself, Paola Mayfield, is here in WOW now. Thanks to Abilene Maverick.
TMZ first leaked the story to the world, and now the 90-Day Fiancé star is here. Paola got her name honest as she most recently won Amazon Prime's The GOAT competition.
Yes, that's why Amazon called her the greatest of all time.
And it looks like Abilene Maverick hit the jackpot herself.
Do you want to tell them all about yourself? Because I am so excited for everyone to meet you.
Well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm the only Colombian in here. And I'm coming for the WOW belt. And that's gonna be me. Gracias, mamacita.
There's one slot open to get into the championship qualifying match. And you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna give you that shot. And guess what? That shot's gonna go to Ashley Blaze.
Oh, Ashley Blaze!
Oh yeah, that's right, Abilene. You wanted a shot, then it's gonna go to Ashley Blaze right now.
Wow! Well, Abilene started off the show with a surprise, but David, you answered back in record time. Gonna have to go through Ashley Blaze to qualify for that 12-person over-the-top battle royale. The VIP status doesn't mean anything when you're talking about qualifying for that matchup. And Ashley Blaze, Abilene Maverick, having words as Blaze makes her way into the WOW ring.
And look who's making her way next to us.
Oh, boy.
The VIP Abilene Maverick coming over and joining us at ringside, Nigel, at the announcer's table. As Paola in there against Ashley Blaze. I had a little surprise for you, didn't I, Abilene?
I wasn't asking for surprises, David.
And this, David, is a surprising matchup. It is Paola Mayfield's first ever matchup here in WOW Women of Wrestling. Abilene, how did you even find Paola?
Were you in Miami? You know, you said you were in Vegas.
Well, David, she was from Miami visiting me in Vegas, and we had an amazing time hanging out in the VIP. Everyone in Vegas truly loved her and wanted her to be in our circle. So
Where
why
were you?
not
At the
bring her?
Bellagio, the Wynn, the Encore? Where were
I
you?
can't tell you where my stomping grounds are, David.
Why haven't you ever invited Nigel or myself?
Maybe I will soon. We'll see. You have to earn it.
Well, certainly you've topped us, bringing in Paola Mayfield, the reality superstar, the Colombian goat herself, but Ashley Blaze, who wanted a shot, and she was on standby tonight, and here she's getting her shot. One of these competitors, Nigel, will be able to go into the over-the-top rope elimination battle royal for the WOW World Championship. One of them will be one of the 12 competitors. This is the last slot for that championship battle royale.
That's right, David, and of course, as you mentioned, Ashley Blaze just happened to be on standby. I guess you knew she was scheduled for in-ring competition tonight, and now...
Well, similar to Fury, when she got the shot when Sierra Breeze wasn't here, Ashley was ready to go.
And now, taking it to Paola Mayfield, of course, I'm sure I had no idea that this reality show star even wrestled, and I'm pretty sure that Ashley Blaze had no idea either.
That is because she's a jack of all trades. Let me just stop you there. This woman can do anything and everything, and that is why I have brought her in here. That's why she's my co-VIP. And also, she has a nickname, especially for those who cannot pronounce it correctly. She goes by Pao.
Can you say that, David?
Pow.
Yeah! She goes by Pao. She's super cute.
So you just said something. She's your co-VIP. Are you looking to tag team when you get back into the ring, Abilene? Are you looking to become tag team partners?
David, why are you always so in my business? I have plans, I have goals. You'll figure them out in time. Don't you worry.
Going for a pinfall here, gets a 2 count on Ashley Blaze. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Abilene.
You should be.
Well, I need to be up in her business because clearly you bribed our director, Mr. Dub, Brian Dub, to make that introduction. I'm going to have a few words with him.
And you know, Ashley Blaze, as I was mentioning, a multi-sport athlete. Soccer, baseball, basketball, that basement dropkick for Paola Mayfield, good enough for a 2 count. Cheerleading, soccer, track, and she is a well-versed, well-studied athlete. But what a surprise this is, David, and she's going into a matchup with the unknown here. We don't know what kind of training Paola's had.
Well, you can see Paola wasn't prepped for Ashley Blaze because she hasn't gone after that left knee yet.
That's because she's not a cheater. She doesn't have to cheat to win, David. She's going to win
just
fair
smart
and square.
competition. That's just smart competition.
She's trying to prove herself, though, David. She's in here. She wants to show how tough she is and what she can do, as she's showing right here with those amazing right hooks. Yeah,
Any chance we're going to see you on Pillow Talk with her?
I'm sorry, what?
Any chance we're going to see you on Pillow Talk with her on TLC?
Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to be
Abilene
there.
Maverick possibly is using Paola to get herself on some reality television shows.
David,
I know what the scheme is here.
I would never use anybody, ever. I have my own connections, my own resources. Thank you.
What an opportunity for Paola Mayfield to get this shot to be in the 12-person over-the-top battle royale in just a couple of weeks. David, I think we're just a week away from that matchup.
Here we are, and it's also a shot for her. I'm going to say it, to hang out with Abilene Maverick in Las Vegas, who clearly's got all the connections there.
Of course I do, David.
Paola charges, gets a boot, and now Ashley Blaze fighting her way back up in this matchup. I think surprised as anybody, and Abilene Maverick certainly with one of the biggest surprises we've seen in recent weeks here on WOW. No doubt about it.
Taking to Ashley Blaze as she takes it to Paola. Let's go from Colombia. She's jamming, and the crowd has picked up their cadence as they're loving what's going on in the ring right now.
And Ashley Blaze just taking it to the reality star turned pro wrestler.
Stay in your seat, Abilene. Stay in your seat.
But she's hurting her, David.
Well, you're here now as a co-commentator, not a manager. Remember, Abilene, you're injured.
Ashley Blaze, oh my goodness.
I am injured, David. I hurt very badly, okay? My toe is not recovered.
Your toe, your big toe.
No.
Oh, Abilene.
Listen to the fans cheering on Ashley Blaze. They can feel it. She can taste it.
Abilene Maverick taking her headset off, grabbing the attention of Ashley Blaze.
Wait a second.
And Paola, she just took down Ashley Blaze. And it is a 3 count.
What a surprise. And in her debut, Paola Mayfield punched her ticket for the over-the-top battle royale next week.
And the winner is Paola Mayfield.
Here is your winner, Paola the Colombian Gold.
Oh, my fans. Paola Mayfield takes a victory in her first debut in WOW Women of Wrestling.
Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, and San Antonio, Texas, respectively, is the Brat Pack, PK Rhythm and Gianni.
Set for tag team action. recent weeks, we've seen them in singles action, David. 2 weeks ago, though, you banned the Alliance from being able to accompany BK and Gigi to the ring after the beatdown on Foxy Fierce several weeks ago.
That's right, Nigel. We want to have fair competition here. And the Alliance was just simply getting out of hand. Now, BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni, two competitors that are great athletes. They make a great tag team, but they're also individually great.
And their opponents from the island of Sanarita, Guam, and the beaches of Santa Monica, Tiki, Chamorro, and Brittany Bay.
One of WOW's newest superheroes, Brittany Bay, finding friendship with Tiki Chamorro, and these two gonna tag him?
Well, the two of them love the sand and the water. I don't know if Brittany Bay has ever been out to Guam, and I don't know if Brittany Bay's ever gone surfing with Tiki Chamorro. I know she hasn't played rugby with her. I know that for a fact. And if Tiki can show her how to do that rugby shoulder tackle, that'll be something. Brittany Bay jumps in over the third rope, goes to the middle, and there she is, Brittany Bay. Many say the California doll. And she and Tiki Chamorro in here against two rough competitors.
Please, please turn that off. Please turn that off. I got something to say. From coast to coast, Brat Pack's #1, and I don't mean to boast, but you beach bums are done. And it's almost high tide, so let's get this over because we're making waves. This is a Brat takeover.
Oh, it's a Brat Pack takeover, baby. But we've got a fair competition here, and we're going to see what goes on as BK is the first one to compete for her team.
And Tiki Chamorro leading things off for her team, David. We saw, like I said, in the back, BK and Gigi talking about they're better together. After going in those singles matches, I think they wanted to regroup, David, and get on the page as a team again. Two teams going to get the chance to challenge our World Tag Team Champions. Big Wigs and Bourbon a little bit later on tonight. That's Animal Instinct, Miami Sweet Heat. Going to get that shot in the triple threat main event matchup now. This tag team matchup, though, David. And what a night it's been. The debuting Paola Mayfield, if you're just now tuning in. Yes, I said that right. From Amazon Prime's The Go to 90 Day Fiance, being brought into WOW by the VIP herself, Abilene Maverick. Beautiful dropkick by Brittany Bay, who's going for a cover on BK Rhythm. Paola qualified for next week's big main event matchup, David, the 12-person over-the-top battle royale to determine the new WOW World Champion. We're going to have a new champion, and it's going to happen next week.
Everybody's got it on their calendar, Nigel. And right now, Tiki lifts up, but she's unsuccessful in keeping her on top of the shoulders. BK Rhythm. Brittany Bay, as you noted, what a great drop kick she had. Brian Dove, I hope's got that on a reel so we can see it in instant replay. That beautiful drop kick by Brittany Bay. Kicks to the midsection by BK Rhythm to Tiki Chamorro. Into the third, into the head, into the top turnbuckle of WOW. Here's Gigi, the fashionista.
And Gigi keeping Tiki Chamorro in the corner of the Brat Pack. David, something comes to mind, though. You told the Alliance they were banned from the ring. Any chance you're going to lift that anytime soon?
Well, Adriana Gambino is here. She is in the building. And as I understand, she was talking to Sophia Lopez as Brittany Bay. Again, beautiful drop kick, but nobody's home for the second one. Rookie mistake, if you will, and Gigi takes advantage of it. So we don't know what Adriana Gambino has been up to with Sophia Lopez, but I saw the two of them speaking. So I'm sure something's going to be coming across my desk.
Oh, boy, you can only imagine now as Brittany Bay very smartly making her way to that bottom rope to break the hold. That Boston Crab that was applied by Gigi.
Look at that!
Sunset flip! Sunset flip! My goodness, and Brittany Bay, fresh out of the WOW Superheroes Training Academy. Gigi Gianni knocks Tiki Chamorro off the ring apron. And now sending Brittany Bay into the corner of the Brat Pack. The Brat Pack so dangerous together as a team, David.
They certainly are. They've got the combination, and they're showing it right now. Taking advantage of the opportunities on Brittany Bay. Now jamming the midsection goes BK.
That signature elbow drop had a little bit of torque on it, David.
Brittany Bay, abdominal stretch being applied to her. The left leg is not hooked correctly for a complete, that's it. As you saw, Brittany Bay was going to be able to get out of that. BK adjusted herself and ramps her into the turnbuckle. That left leg wasn't hooked properly for the abdominal stretch, Nigel.
BK going for the quantity, not quality. It's paid off, but now Brittany Bay able to make it to her tag partner, Tiki Chamorro, after a missed senton splash from Gigi Gianni. Tiki Chamorro sending BK off the apron, David.
Headbutt takes BK off the ring apron. Tiki in action, but now I see a little bit of a limp on the left leg of Tiki.
6-7-1. She was able to nail that signature move, was Tiki Chamorro. And now BK rhythm up on the apron.
Oh, Brittany Bay takes down BK. Tiki's in there. Now Tiki was gonna go for it, but then the reversal by Gigi Gianni.
Gigi Gianni with the shot till you drop. And that's the end of this matchup. The Brat Pack win it.
The Brat Pack did it. Man, let's see that instant replay right now. What took place? There you see BK Rhythm being taken out live. Brittany Bay, Tiki in the ring. No, Gigi able to reverse. And Gigi Gianni gets the 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni, the Brat Pack.
Fans,
Introducing first from San Francisco, California, and St. Paul, Minnesota, respectively, it's Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush, accompanied by Gloria Glitter. It's Top Tier.
Top tier in tag team competition. That's right, Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush being led to the ring for tag team action by their partner in Top Tier, Gloria Glitter, David.
you're right, Nigel. And here they come, Top Tier, with Coach Campanelli, whom we saw last time, chastise Gloria Glitter for trying to take things into her own manner. And for that, she's on the sideline right now. She's sitting this one out. And it's Coach Campanelli with Kandi Krush.
Hey, David, she's like IU's Bobby Knight, taking her right out of the game.
Well, that's talking my language. The General Bobby Knight. If you didn't do what he said, he would be benching you.
I knew you'd get that reference
like
now
that.
as Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush prepare for tag team action.
I didn't know you were an IU fan.
And their opponents from Los Angeles and San Bernardino, California, respectively, it's Sugar and Spice, the Mighty
Fan
Mites.
favorites here in Wow, the Mighty Mites. But meanwhile, here in the corner of Top Tier, David, you mentioned it, but Coach Campanelli not at all excited with Gloria Glitter, and with Gloria Glitter losing that matchup to qualify for the 12-person over-the-top Battle Royal, next week's main event.
The superheroes of WOW enter the ring. Spice and Sugar. Notice how I reversed that, Nigel. Instead of Sugar and Spice, I
You've
said
been on a
Spice.
campaign to do that for the last several months, David. It hasn't taken the country over by storm.
They certainly haven't followed my lead, but it's not the first time no one listens to me, Nigel. Just talk to Jessie Jones and Abilene Maverick. They never listen to me.
I was going to say, those are two pride candidates, along with, you mentioned her before, Sophia Lopez. And let's just throw Adriana Gambino in there for good measure. Scarlett Donovan, the official in this tag team contest, in charge of the action. Sugar kicking things off for the team of the Mighty Mites. Of course, the Mighty Mites trying to regain some momentum here, David, in the tag team division. And knocking off Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush would be a major step in that direction.
No doubt about that, Nigel, as Kandi Krush right now has Spice on top of her shoulders.
Got to think in the back of her mind, though, David, Kandi Krush especially, wait a second, Sugar going for the head scissors, but Kandi Krush using that power to slow down Sugar, but Sugar not done. Sunset flip on Krush. Krush surprised by that pinfall attempt. But a boot to the midsection slows down the momentum of Sugar, thanks to Kandi Krush. Sugar just so quick, David. These Mighty Mites, quicker than a hiccup. Sugar off that bottom rope with a crossbody to Kandi Krush, and I can't help but wonder, David, if Kandi Krush mentally is still in this game 100%, David, after last week's treatment of Gloria Glitter. One has to wonder what she has in the back of her mind. I wouldn't want that pressure from Coach Campanelli.
Well, I believe the mindset of the coach and Krush is clear. They have a winning mindset, and Krush follows every example and comment from Coach. It was Gloria Glitter that went outside the ranks, and she paid the price with a tongue lashing, and now sitting on the outside watching the competition. But this is why top tier is dangerous. They're the best in trios competition, and one might argue the best in tag team competition when you put Coach in there with Krush. And like the old Freebirds, they can mix up the combinations at will.
That's right. And now Kandi Krush hit right into the midsection with a high knee lift. Speaking of the Freebirds, that's a Michael Hayes-like knee lift from Kandi Krush. Kandi Krush ripping the hair of Sugar just a few moments ago, and that's how they were able to get back on top of this action. David didn't want to miss it. I saw that, unfortunately, for the team of Sugar and Spice. Scarlett Donovan, the official, didn't see that at all. Now Kandi Krush really capitalizing on that. Spice now in to break up the count. Kandi Krush not having it. Sugar fighting up, hitting wherever she can. On her way back up, but Krush shutting Sugar down. Tag into Coach Campanelli, who without a doubt is the leader of top tier.
Did you see what Coach Campanelli did? Putting her foot to the mat and just moving them back like a moonwalk to Sugar. And Spice is now taking the boots right through her chest by Coach. She is Coach, and she is damn good. I don't mind telling you about it, fans. Coach Campanelli is an expert in the ring. In less than 2 years, she's learned to dominate the professional wrestling business.
Coach Campanelli, Kandi Krush, Gloria Glitter, the first ever Wild Trios Tag Team Champions, and they have hung on to, oh, wait a second, Sugar with the pinfall, no, only a 2 count. They have hung on to that Trios Championship now for months and months, David.
It doesn't look like anyone's in line to beat them, except themselves, because Gloria Glitter, oh my, is gonna have to pay attention to the coach if they're gonna keep those Trios Championship belts around their waist.
Scary moment there as the head of Sugar almost driven in that purple canvas. And now Kandi Krush with the rear chin lock applied to Sugar. And you can see right there on your screen, it is really wrenched in, David, on Sugar. Spice on the outside corner, cheering on her tag team partner.
I might argue there could be a bit of a chokehold there. That forearm right in there under the neck, the chin, under the chin and against the neck.
I think Kandi Krush was just biting the head of Sugar. Now arguing with the official Scarlett Donovan. No, I wasn't biting. Well, that's not what I saw. Wait a second. Sugar with the code breaker. Can she make it to her partner?
The team, and here comes Coach. Here comes Spice.
And Spice with the fast press on Coach Campanelli. These fans have woken up. Spice with the double knees.
Spice going to town and lifting the crowd to their feet.
Coach Campanelli kicking out at 2. She is here to prove a point. She is the leader. Setting up for that side Russian leg sweep, possibly now a Spice. Leg lariat there, leg drop right across the throat.
And there comes Krush to break up the momentum quickly. Spice coming in against Krush.
And Krush just nailed Sugar right in the face. Spice now clobbering away at Coach Campanelli, but the numbers game catching up, David. And Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush with the Hail Mary. Campanelli hooks the leg, and this thing is over. A big victory for Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush of top tier.
Here are your winners, Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush. It's top tier.
Coach Campanelli and
Introducing first from Salem, Massachusetts, and the Collins Kennel Club, respectively, Katarina Jix and Golden Collins. It's Animal Instinct.
All three teams having words for each other before this main event matchup. And of course, last week this matchup was officially made. Lana and Sweet Heat, of course, contending that they should have gotten the title shot first. Well, just 3 weeks ago, they interfered in the tag team championship match between Animal Instinct and Big Rigs and Bourbon. They inserted themselves into that contest, David, and that's what led to this main event matchup.
oh, I love the sound of that whip, Nigel. Ooh, I love it. The match was made for tonight. The cat caught my tongue, Nigel. I don't mean to say it, but the cat caught.
The cat got your tongue, David.
The cat caught.
Take a drink of water, and we're waiting for our next opponents.
And their opponents, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from the Magic City. It's lovely Lori and luscious Lindsay, Miami Sweet Heat.
The former tag team champions coming in to the WOW Arena. And the fabulous one is right there with them in the middle.
Always by their side, the fabulous Lana Star. For 25 years, David, she's been telling everybody in the back and everybody sitting at home she's the executive producer. She certainly believes it. And now she is leading Miami Sweet Heat to the ring, who David hoped to, after tonight, become 5-time WOW World Tag Team Champions. Luscious Lindsay and lovely Lori, Miami Sweet Heat.
And from Jackson, Tennessee, and Forstown, Kentucky, respectively, the WOW World Tag Team Champions, Big Red Betty and Jessie Jones.
Big Rigs and Bourbon, longtime friends, and the WOW World Tag Team Champions with quite the challenge ahead. Of course, it was Jessie Jones with the $10,000 reward that bailed out Big Rig and was supposed to bail out Holly Swag. Of course, Holly Swag has decided to stay with Lana Star and the Fab Four, falling in love with that luxurious Hollywood lifestyle, David.
Well, Charlie Woo's going to have his hands full on this one. I can tell you that. The champions are in the ring with the tag team belts around their waist. And the winner of this match may have those championship belts.
All those questions about to be answered here as the bell rings.
Now, hold it. I'm confused. Do they have to all go to the outside, or is the bell just going to ring? I guess it's just going to ring, and it's a Donnybrook.
Well, David, it looks like Charlie Woo was trying to get control of this matchup, but might not have been, clearly not successful now, as all three teams, all six superheroes, battle it out in the middle of the ring now. Samoan drop to Big Rig Betty from the luscious one. Oh, my!
A lot of stars on the outside looking on
Katarina Jinx has Lovely Lori in the cat tree, David. Submission hold, but she's got to break the hold. That's the only negative about that submission, although it could do a lot of damage. That's all the way to Katarina Jinx, just pulling on the arm. Goldie Collins going for the cover.
And Lana Starr staying at ringside, attempting to give her team, the Carlson twins, Miami's Sweet Heat, an upper hand at any moment, Nigel. At any moment. There's no manager in the corner of the champions, Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty, or the competitors of Goldie Collins, who's getting it taken to her right now by Lori, and her partner, Katarina Jinx. Here comes Lindsay. The former world champs have the Goldie Collins up, and they drop them across their knee.
My goodness, the ribs of Goldie Collins just busted up on the knees of luscious Lindsay and Lovely Lori, who do not mind bending the rules. But they're even twice as dangerous because they're absolutely powerful. And Goldie Collins just having her head rammed into the turnbuckle for the second time, a methodical pace by the former four-time World Tag Team Champion. Oh my goodness.
Lindsay just taking off Katarina Jinx off the action, and now a clothesline on Goldie Collins. Anything can happen here. If they pin Goldie Collins, they could become the champions of the tag team division.
Well, that's
they
a great
don't
point.
necessarily have to team and tag and beat Jessie Jones or Big Rig Betty. They could keep them out of the action and do what they're doing right now. Pound away on one competitor and get the pin and get the titles for the 5th time.
That's right, David. I'm glad you brought that. My goodness, what a hip check from Lovely Lori. I'm glad you brought that up because some of our fans watching at home might have needed to know that. You're absolutely right. The champions do not have to be pinned. Great point now is Katarina Jinx breaking up the pinfall attempt from Lovely Lori.
That's why this competition is dangerous. The champs don't even have to have an opportunity to get in the ring. And the Carlsons are doing just that. And Goldie Collins is still focused on Lori as she goes over to her corner and brings in Katarina Jinx. The champions have yet to be in the ring.
Katarina Jinx going for the cover now. Charlie Wu with the 2 count, and luscious Lindsay in to break up the count. I think Lovely Lori was able to kick out, but did you notice Jessie getting in the ring there at that time? You're absolutely right too, David. The tag team champions have not even been in this contest.
No, you're watching a main event tonight, fans, and I just want to remind you, as the claws going back across the back of Lori, it'll be next week. We crown a new champion in WOW. Next week, in our next episode of WOW. The next episode of WOW will be the crowning of a new WOW champion as the 12-person over-the-top rope battle royal happens. Now, did you see that? Did you see that? Jessie Jones grabbed Katarina Jinx, held up her wrist, and did a tag. And that's fair game also. Getting herself into the ring action with Jessie Jones on her own accord.
That's right, and now Jessie Jones has the Dragon Sleeper locked in. A very lethal move from Jessie Jones. The WOW World Tag Team Champion, at least one half of it, with Big Rig Betty.
Nice kick by Jones in the midsection of Lovely Lori. Lovely Lori tossed into the corner, and Jones jamming away, jamming away.
Lock and reload is what Jessie Jones calls it, and boy, did she reload that. Lovely Lori looking to try to walk away as a 5-time champion, but right now doesn't look to be in good graces with that luscious Lindsay in at the last possible second to break up the cover, David. And now the lovely one in the corner of Big Rigs and Bourbon. You know, David, something else in this matchup, it's harder to cut the ring off, too. You can't necessarily cut it off in half now with the changing lanes as Big Rig Betty goes for the cover on Lovely Lori.
And now Jessie Jones brings in her partner, Big Rig Betty. Now look at Lori. She went over to hit Goldie Collins, but maybe possibly that was a tag. That's what it counted as. It counted as a tag.
David, it might have been strategy.
The referee allows Goldie into the match.
Might have been great strategy, though, David. as right now, Miami Sweet Heat getting a chance to rest on the ring apron, if you will. Now, as Charlie Wu says, 2 count on that. This matchup, this main event still continues.
That's right. Lori was betting on there couldn't be a pinfall without her sister in there. So now the Carlsons are getting a rest. And Lana Starr's watching the action intently.
And Lord knows that Sweet Heat surely doesn't mind breaking up a count. They've done it about 15 times already in this matchup.
Only once tonight has Lana Starr been a factor. Only once. Other than that, she's just been an observer.
Interesting observation, David, as Miami Sweet Heat says,
Hold it.
wait a
What
second.
was that? Hold it. I've never seen that strategy. Katharina Jakes was telling Goldie Collins to pin her. Now that would be a new one on me. I wouldn't even know what to say, Nigel. I wouldn't know what to say.
I've never seen anything like that, but I always expect the unexpected here at WOW as Big Rig Betty with that short arm clothesline sends lovely Lori down. Luscious Lindsay, German suplex onto the big ring, and boy, you can hear the celebration.
And she takes Luscious Lindsay down.
She calls that the dead rover. Does Goldie Collins
Here
have the
comes
bicycle kick?
Katharina Jakes. Holy smokes, everybody's in here. It's a Donnybrook. One of the Carlson twins, Lindsay's on the floor. She's been knocked out on the floor. And now Big Rig's got Lori in the ring.
Jake break! Jake break!
This
Big
could
Rig.
be it.
Big Rig with the cover and walks away. Still the WOW World Tag Team Champions.
Holy smokes, what a battle in this 3-way tag team championship title match. And now the reigning champion